Hello, Bill. This is Power here with a weird hacking the system. Um, so this was one that's been in the planning for years, but because initially I essentially kicked myself to actually start doing it, or to actually do it, when Zet got revealed last year, and now we're presumably getting our next Ultra Trigger. So this is still overdue, but I still want to showcase it because it's interesting for sure. So, well, okay, I guess I should explain this. So you're gonna see this one. You're gonna see this one now, but this one I want to sometime whenever I actually get through my 01 stuff. The entry before this one will get released. So that's gonna be confusing and such. But anyways, yeah, today we will be looking at the orb ring again, because it's not like we touched this thing for, we haven't looked at this thing for like 3 years. So you might be wondering, why the heck did you decide to look into the orb ring? Well, if you actually looked at the title, which you didn't, I'm gonna show you the demo mode and sound mode of the orb ring, and showing you how exactly you can trigger it, or trigger each mode, because it was actually a thing I picked up on the whim because of specific stuff. Well, actually, no. It was because of one build, if you remember. You know, the tactic of accessing the demo mode of the build driver, which you simply hold the hazard trigger button. Mine is dying, so I don't think it will work. I didn't switch out the batteries. But so essentially you hold the hazard trigger button, you switch it on, and you press it 3 times. I don't think it's going to work because it's dying. Oh, anyways. We can... No. Well, yeah, I should probably show you guys one that you might know about. So with the 01 driver, it's essentially the same thing. You press the button that the 02 / Metabo Jinrai drivers press.
01 driver. 01 driver. 01 driver. Impact.
So when it says that, you know you initiated it, and then when you press it right here, you just access like and then I don't have anything. So yeah. One I want to actually show off that not a lot of people know about. I don't know why it's all the way here. So this is one I accidentally discovered. Oh, the one I accidentally discovered was the Omagil driver because I was just messing around with it. But then I wanted to apply that same logic with the Jiku driver. So essentially what you do is that you twist it and you hold it from this button from here, then you switch it on. So you get that sound. So I don't think you get any sound by pressing this, but you essentially press the buttons here Actually, I haven't messed with this in a while, but I think only the top switch here will actually switch you through the colors. So as you can see from there, so there's red, green, and blue. And then if you were to do it on this side, again, spinning doesn't do anything. And if you were to insert these, so you were to insert a ride watch, it'll just the last button it hits, it'll stick to that. Other than that, nothing too spectacular. You're not going to be able to, access all the screens and such as just testing the colors and whatnot. So essentially, the reason why I'm showing you that, all that stuff, is because that's essentially how I got curious and just started doing that with my other toys. And obviously, because this was during 2017, I didn't have as much, and I just had this and the Orb Slugger, or the Orb Slasher. I don't have the Orb Slasher on me. That one's in a bucket. Or that one's in a bin, because I didn't think I would need it. But I will tell you that one, you simply hold the trigger down and press it the amount of times you would slide it. Because if you hold it, press it 3 times, and then press it once, switch it on, guy will say Orb Slasher, and then when you press it, it will do the transformation for Orb Trinity, for example. And then if you press it, you hold it, switch it on, press it 3 times, and then press it another 3 times when he announces Orb Slasher, and then press it again, he will do the, I think it is the Trinity shoot. So, essentially, the demo mode, the Orb Slasher doesn't have a demo mode, but has a backup feature. If for some reason if the touch sensor doesn't work, you can still activate the finishers without having to slide your fingers, which I think is pretty cool. I really wish I can show it off to you guys, but I can't. But I have the orb ring right here. So essentially, I'm going to show you guys the demo mode first, which all you have to do simply is just press the. You have to press the. You have to hold down the button. You have to allow this to. You have to allow these to come out and then switch it on. So you hold it here and press it 3 times, like so, when you switch it on. So you hold it down, switch it on, and then press it 3 times. That didn't work. So let's do that again. You have to be quick. You have to hear an indicator. There. I pressed it once already, so it already, proceeded, but... So you get Ultraman's grunt, then you get a red LED on this side, and then when you press it again, you get a blue LED, and a green LED. Then, I think the same thing will repeat on the other side. Or, there's white. Then you get red, blue, green, then white. And that's it. Because So that's it with this opened. However, when we close it, you get the standby like normal. And then if you press it again, it'll just do that. So this is where it gets interesting, because when I initially messed around with this, I just had my fusion cards. So let's just pull out Tiga, because I distinctively remember him doing interesting stuff. Or I guess I pulled both Tigas. So if you just scan Tiga, so you get a red LED, and then press it, and it'll stop. And then if you were to scan him opened, it becomes green. And I think if you press it, it just cancel that. Yeah. So if we do like sky type, as you can see, it just cancels out. And as you can see here, it scans blue. And that's a lighter blue. And then now it's yellow. And if I were to do multi-type, be it green. So as you can see with the multi-type, I only get green and yellow out of it. But then sky type, I get blue. And I forgot that stuff happened. So you can see his colors start alternating. Now, I actually wished I had my access cards out just to see what if I scanned a card that doesn't really work, because I did try that. Well, I don't even have an Ultra Capsule. And I just scratched my fusion cards. But if I were to just pull out another, like, fusion card, so if I were to do, like, let's just pull out Hikari, because he doesn't seem like a pain. So, if I were to do Hikari, he seems to function the same as Sky type. Technically, I guess I can just hold this up. I don't think it can, because it has to read like multiple cards. So let's scan orb origin. Okay, don't overlap cards. So that's green. So essentially, that's all you get from the base demo mode. Is just simple card scanning stuff. However, However, there's 2 modes you can access with this, and I think this applies to the G-Riser too. So if you guys remember with the demo mode, I said that you're going to do the same thing. However, you actually need to hold at least this one down, because you don't remember, this fin here actually releases a button, or like when it's in, it presses a button inside the orb ring to know it's closed, and then when it's opened, it knows that it's activated and such, or it knows when to activate and such. So you need to hold this in to access this mode and such. But you're going to do the same thing, where you're going to hold this in and then press it 3 to 4 times. So now you know that you're in the sound mode, because nothing starts up. So this is extensively long, so I'm just gonna quickly scroll through it. There's no lights at all, but essentially the sound mode consists of the entire sound library within this toy, and it's long. So as you can hear that, the sound will just repeat. So you can skip through happily. This is the process of skipping through. You just have to rapidly tap this button. There's a lot of kaijus. My hand is getting tired. There's literally so much kaijus in this toy. Like, there's so much variance on kaijus. It's just like, what? Now we're finally in forms. Now we're in finishers. No, we're not. We're in forms still. These are the orb forms. These kaijus have so much variations. Kyoryu Sensha! Oh. Plasma kaiju is something. Kyoryu Sensha Mark II! Oh. I guess I'll go back. Okay, now we're in finishers. Yeah! Wait, John Bot did have a finisher.
銀河エスペシャリーコスモミラクル光線ビクトリウムシュートライトビクトリウムシュートウルトラフュージョンシュートサーガマキシマムナナディウム光線オノラ振動波エレキング電撃波エムスタースパウトゼットントルネードウルティメイトザナディウム
That was the finisher?
データスパークアローエクシードエクスラッシュオリジウム光線スペリオン光線ソビウムダイナマイトレッドシウム光線ウルトラフュージョンアップ覚醒せよオーブオリジン解き放てオーブの力
Now we're in the kaiju roars. So we're at the beginning now. Because for some reason this toy doesn't start you at the beginning. That's Juggler's sound. Mega Specium Coulson! And Mother Coulson. Now we're at the grunts. This. They had both of X's grunts. So we're back at where we started, essentially. So that's essentially the summary of the sound mode. We sped through that entirely, but obviously I'll go over it in the full sound demo of this, because that's essentially my sound demo of the orb ring itself. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was too long, so I need to definitely cut things down. But again, I haven't revisited the sound mode in a while, so which is why I was excited for certain things. So I apologize for that. But other than that, if you guys have an orb ring, go around doing this. Because the reason why actually still happy to have the orb ring is because you can't do the same exact thing with the Z Riser, because I think at this point they disabled it. Because you tried the same method. First of all, mine airs out, and also you can't access a sound mode within this toy, which isn't helping us because, you know, it's like we want to know what's in this toy exactly, but we can't hack it. This thing, no one knew about, so it's just like by the time, like, you know, I discovered it, or like some other people discovered it, it was like there's no point because Jeet was already out already. So, like, really out of this toy, what we can learn from this is that they just took the sound set from the X Divisor, dumped it into this toy, and added like little more things and such. To the point that it's like, oh shoot, what? Powered, great powered, and like all these other ultras were programmed into this? And Exceed X has been here since the beginning? Like, that's really it. And then it took several years for Exceed X to finally get something. Also, I guess I should point this out too. So this one works the same way also. So as you can see, it flashes and such. And then it does weird things. So it only does that, but whenever you press one of the pins, it it's it just has this. You can tell it just starts saying stuff, but it's actually saying the pins, their pin number. So as you can see here, powered is 116. So if I were to insert that in here, 117. Oh, okay. This specific combination is 117, but this combination, when opened, so it just says that thing. So if I were to just 3, 5, 9. If you were wondering what 1 was, wait, maybe 6, 5, 3, 3. So that's 33. 1, 7. So if I were to put this in here, nothing happens. But if I put in like Orb Trinity, 5, 1. 121. So this one is like pretty weird with its demo mode. And just to show it off, the Soccer Jar does the same thing. As you can see, it lights up. I think this one actually calls out. This one though. Yeah, it actually calls it out. So this one is the same. 0, 0, 3, 0, 0, 0, 2, 0, 0, 0, 4, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 5, 0, 0, 8, 0, 0, 9. 0, 1, 7. So it's the same concept. This was the last toy that you were able to like hack or access a separate entire mode, because the Tiger Spark you can't. So yeah, I just want to quickly touch up on these. I'm essentially just touching up on all the other like demo modes I haven't been able to touch on. So yeah, check out for the sound demo on the sound mode of this whenever that gets released. So the PowerRider, and I'll leave you people.